Umashikosa bepashas bekude. Fact that Akash. He's saying Azoy. Person davens. So, if he davens with kavana properly, he goes up to the base of Mikdash. If he has machshavas oris, it stays in the kiyat haTorah. Right? What's the lashon? What's the lashon? Look at the bottom page. Gur kiyat haTorah. You see over here? The very last line at Kufnan Dalam says Gur kiyat that goes up to the lower heaven. The ikut says in Psalon. What does that mean? That it goes up to the very low place because you had a machshavas oris. That's easy to pick up. Fact that Akash. In Parshas Pekudei, it says Gur kiyat haTorah, which means that at least it goes up to a very low rekiyah. In other words, we have basically 3 efanim in Torah, 2 efanim in Tefillah. The lower efanim in Tefillah is you have a kavanah clause for Tefillah. You're thinking machshavas oris, it goes up to the kiyat haTorah. So this Parshas Pekudei is the same Parshas Pekudei that we had here. In fact, that Akash from a different zayah. Parshas Vayakel mashma, and in Vayakel, which he quoted on top of the page, it says the davka mil de koyoy solken imo. Only if it's a word with a proper kavanah in davening, it rises up ad avira de rekiyah lachol to the ear of the higher heaven, and otherwise it stays in this world. So the Rebbe said chayre tlestire pintu zeyer in pekudei and zeyer in Vayakel, because when a person davens without a kavanah, with a machshavas oris, in Pekudei it says it goes to some place called the Rekiyat haTorah, which is also higher than Asiyah, and in Vayakel Tzmash doesn't go no place. And for the Alter Rebbe lekosha midi, it's not a kasha. The Rekiyat haTorah, that when it says in Zeir Pekudei that it goes up to the lower heavens, okay, it's me'inun rekiyin de midbiri gualmo. Shepashas Pekudei. Shepashas Pekudei machasiyah. It's one of those rekiyim that are midbiri gualmo. Run the world. The midbiri means they run the lower world. They run our world. In other words, it's a very low level. Shebepashas Pekudei, because the rekiyim in Pashas Pekudei and the malchas asiyah are very low level, malchas of asiyah. As opposed to the Pashas Vayakel, when it says in Vayakel that only if it's a tefillah kedekayos it goes up, otherwise it doesn't go up at all, it's because he's talking about in Zoda asiyah. It's a higher madrege, and therefore the Vayakel says it doesn't go up at all. And the Zeir Pekudei says it goes up a little bit. It's not the same heavens. The heaven of Pekudei it goes up to because it's malchus of asiyah. The heaven of Vayakel doesn't go up because that's Zoh of asiyah. And of course we're all experts at all the heavens and all the levels of the heavens and so forth. Now, another thing is implicit in Zeir Pashas Pekudei. The gam tefillah psula, even if it's a pasal tefillah, eilad heichal arishin, it goes up till the first heichal. Shemimenu nitchas lamatav, which it's pushed back down. V'hu bezod de bria, which is Zerampan of bria. And we just said that a tefillah without kavanah goes up only to the heichalas, the rekiyah of asiyah, but malchus of asiyah. So here he's saying it's only the lowest level of asiyah. Here it goes up to bria, for a different reason. Even avenis have an aliyah. Kalas v'chamur, the small ones, the big ones, eilas the sham go up till bria. Afilu what heichal adala till the 4th heichal. There's 7 heichalas, and obviously the 7th heichal is the closest to kedusha. Klipas avenis mamish, for sure they go up to heichal halach. They even go up to heichal adala. Which comes to affiliation based on aleph. So what we see is Ella. The bottom line is Shavada she'ein vada she'ein behus aliyas shavas. You cannot compare the aliyas to one another. There's no measure and comparison whatsoever between them. Ella b'shita Hashem b'vad. They only have the same name. We call it aliyah v'dal. So you have aliyas to kedusha. You have aliyas to the kiyum of kedusha, which create malach. You have aliyas to low the kiyum. Then you have aliyas to the kiyum poshet of liyumazah. So basically, the Rebbe says you have to understand that there's so much. Everything ultimately is going up. So it's not if it goes up, if it doesn't go up, it's where it's going up and how it's going up and so forth. This also explains another zayin, Dafresh Mem Zayin. I suppose this is Pekudei, but what do I know? Reish Mem Hey is Pekudei, so Reish Mem Zayin has to also be Pekudei. Shebeheichal Abeis, that in the second heichal, and is Damin HaMamuna or Kayamin HaLavushim. There's a mamuna, there's garments, mamuna al halavushim, it's overseeing the lavushim, shemalbishim an neshama, that dressed in neshama, b'maisa on mitzvahs, from the maisa on mitzvahs. Af shehein began Eden atachten dasir, which is in the lower Gan Eden of Asir, because of Sham daf reish yud. In other words, it says in other places Zayed, in that same Zayed, that in the Heichal HaBeis of Bria is a Malach which is in charge of the Levushim. For the Alter Rebbe, it says in Daf Resh Yud, which is in Vayakel, that the mitzvahs Maisius only goes up to Gan Eden Atacht Nasiyah, and it doesn't go up to Bria. You see the stira. In Vayakel it says Resh Mam Zayin is Pekudei. In Pekudei it says at Heichal HaBeis of Bria there's a Mamuna on mitzvahs Maisius. And in Daf Resh Yud, which is in Vayakel, it says also in the same Zayar that mitzvahs Maisius only go up to Gan Eden Avasiyah. So how did it get to Bria? And then it says like Kol Aliyas Shabbos. The Mamuna, the Heichal HaBeis of El Bria is so much more chitzoniistic than the idea that mitzvahs Maisius go to Gan Eden Avasiyah. Because Gan Eden Avasiyah goes into the Beis Hamikdash Avasiyah. The Heichal HaBeis is chitzonius shebechitzonius of El Bria. You understand? In other words, this is technical resolutions. The Havana, the Pnimius, is for the Yankov to resolve because he's in the Madrega of Shavuot L'chol Nefesh. Right. That's right. Vehine. Tefillah psula, a pasala tefillah, adifa is better mitei shalei lishma mamash. A person will say shalei lishma mamash. What is shalei lishma mamash? Shalei lishma mamash means not stam, but lizgadol. Because Teira, in other words, the third madrega of Teira, legreisa. Not there's no kavana stam, but there's a kavana lizgadol, it's negative. Shitachas hashemish, which is underneath the shemesh. Va'atfila, when a person has a tefillah, and the tefillah is a tefillah psula. Why? That before he compared the two, he said that tefillah psula is like a teira which is lizgal. Because tefillah gura kiyacholi. When a person davens and he has a machshava zara, at least it goes up to the rakia in the lowest word, lowest rakia. Teira lizgal don't go no place. So though we compared the two, the emes is tefillah psula is a little bit better than a teira which amanasla his gadol. Right? Because the kavana klalis, and you can easily correct it and so forth. However, Teira stam, the middle madreg of limud Teira, as opposed to the lowest madreg of limud Teira, right? And by the way, you should know there's a fourth madreg of limud Teira, which is amanas lakante, to learn Teira against itself. Teira lishma is with avas Hashem. Teira stam is understanding Teira, you have no kavana. Teira amanas lis gadol is bad. You want to become a big person, you need tshuva for this. But Teira lekante and Teira anti-Teira, which is the worst thing. That's right. Or to make the Chazal say about Menashe Melech Yisrael, he made Pulpulim Shel Hevel to make a mockery out of Teira. Zok Aval Teira stam. A person learns Teira she'eina shalei lishma. There is no shalei lishma. Like me'avim was Teira's tivis, like the hidden love of the Eibush, which was how the Yigaris HaKedesh started. Remember the beginning? He talked about Teira stam. Says the Alter Rebbe, a very geschmack, a final word. He says, like God, it's no different than the air of the davening and the learning of little children, that they have no kavanah at all. That it says in Zayah, the solak liyela, and it goes up. Why? It's the air of children's words have no sin, and therefore if it's such a solak goes up. Now in the case of children, it goes up. Children are not doing it for the Eibishter at all. They're doing it pashat. They're doing it because they're afraid the Malamed is going to hit them. So a little child's teira shalei lishma, because he's afraid of his Malamed, because it's hevel shei bechet, hevel piyat nekasha beisraban, goes up. Al derech, or al derech zed, the stam teira also goes up, even though it doesn't go up to the Beis Hamikdash, it goes up to a place which creates malachim, like the Yigaris HaKedesh started. V'ayin sham dafreish and he'amad beis, which is again a zayat in Pekudei. Sha'malachim ha'maylim ha'hevel tinika shel beis rabban adat tzilas. That even though the hevel tashbar only goes up till Bria, or till the place with the malachim are, it doesn't go into the Yesespheres, it's not lishma. The malachim lift them up till atzilas, because of the sincerity of little children. No particular kavanah. You have no kavanah at all. You have an neshama, a pintel yid. You're not revealing the pintel yid. It's remaining dormant. You're learning Teira. Obviously, you're learning Teira because you're a yid, but you have no conscious kavanah.